Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage, filthy, disgusting mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Hello babies, hi. I am so excited because I finally get to try new makeup. Oh my God. It's been just way too long. So in today's video, we have a good old fashioned try on of new products. Now, some of these products I did purchase and some of these products were sent to me in PR, but regardless if I did purchase them with my own money or they were sent to me for free, I'm gonna give you my full honest thoughts because you need to know if it's worth checking out or not. So I hope you enjoy this methed out fairy look that I'm giving you. Because today was really interesting. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new foundation from Makeup Forever, these bronzing drops from Tarte, the new Fenty concealer, the Urban Decay Big Bush Brow. Still, it just makes me giggle every time. The Milk Makeup Jelly Tints. I have this highlighter from Ilia. And last but certainly not least, I have some Odin's Eye. We have the new Diversa collection with Annette, Tina, and Judy, as well as some of the lip products. So anyway, let me show you how I created this. Don't mind this. Don't mind this. We're going to fix this. But before I fix this, I want to do my brows first. And this is something I normally do off camera because it takes too long. But I wanted to use a new brow product, and if you didn't see the makeup bingo video where I just giggled like a 13-year-old boy about big bush brows from Urban Decay, then one, you are missing the out. But this product just made me giggle. I don't like big bushy brows. I just don't think they look good on me. They look good on other people, just they don't look good on me. And when I saw this, I was like, listen, I'm a sucker for fun packaging. I'm a sucker for fun names. I am what's wrong with America. And I just love a good bush, okay? So we're gonna try this product. This is technically just a volume building tinted gel and hold. Let's get bushy, bigger volume. All right, okay. I didn't put any product in my eyebrows, as you can see. We're gonna just solely rely on this little guy and hope for the best. So let's see. Do you see anything? I had to actually swatch it on my hand because I was like, I don't see any color. That's weird, right? Okay. She's light. She's really light. I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, there, I see a little bit more pigment there. Oh, I hate this. Oh God. Oh God. What did I do that for? Come on. So people like this, huh? Okay. I mean, this is a choice. All I feel like I'm doing is just creating a dirt line around my eyebrow. Just on this side. Oh, I hate, oh no. Okay, on this side it doesn't look so bad. It doesn't look so bad. What am I talking about? It looks like, okay, no, we don't, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, me. Sometimes you shouldn't do things that, no. I mean, this side, you know what? Listen, I'm being dramatic. This side doesn't look so bad. It definitely looks better than this. And I think it's because my hair on this side, it's a little bit more on the thinner side. Well, this one is my prize pig. This one, bitch doesn't even come in third place. So she ain't a show pig. All right, we're gonna, give me a second. I'm just not gonna, yeah. We're just gonna fill in some over here and then kind of go back in with that brow gel. Not that I ever really needed brow gel because I don't have that much hair to begin with, but whatever. I feel better about that. So let me go over it. I don't even know why we're doing this. Let me go over it. Let me try it now with this. See if it does anything. Nah, not really. Meh. I feel like I've had better kind of brow gels. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that. I feel like I just spent 20 minutes just fiddling and fingering my brows and I don't love it. I don't think this brow gel, does it really do anything? We're gonna come back to the brows because I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I hate it. I'm kind of indifferent on it. And I think my life would have been better off had I not picked it up. Just saying. But I'm gonna sit and marinate with that before I like read it to filth or love it incessantly. I don't know. So jury's out. Let's go with the next thing, which I want to cover up this redness. It's gross. I don't like it. So let's cover it up. We are going to use, okay, actually. So I don't know how this is gonna go, okay? I don't know if this is gonna be borderline problematic, and I really hope it's not. And if it is, you'll never see this video ever. But if it's not, then we should be okay. So I decided to pick up bronzing drops from Tarte. I've been wanting to pick this up for a while. It finally came to, I don't know if it was like Ulta or Sephora, I can't remember. I don't know. I bought a few items like while I was in the process of moving or like right up before I moved, and yeah, everything's kind of all over the place. Anyway, this should be interesting. So this is a sun-kissed bronze. Mix 1 to 2 drops with moisturizer or primer. If you want to lift from within bronze, you can mix 2 to 4 drops with the foundation, or you can get a vacay glow. I can smooth it out to my large potato-like body. Okay, so okay, there's a lot of new products today. So I kind of want to see what it looks like with my primer. Now, being that we're going to be using the Makeup Forever primer, which is a water foundation, we're going to be using a water primer today. So I actually have two. I have one from Danessa Myricks as well as the Milk Makeup Hydro Grow. Let's do a little Danessa first. Let's give some moisture. Oh, that was a lot. Oops, sorry. Oh God. Okay. Let's bring some life back into the skin. I think this actually will probably work out better than I expected because actually I had nothing to go by on that. I just wanted to be really positive, but we don't know how this is going to work. So let me jerk it off just a little bit. And we're going to put, okay, wait, how many was it? 1 to 2 drops. 1, 2. Okay, this is what she looks like. I'm gonna put a little bit more primer. All right, I mean, listen. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh, oh. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I rubbing more in? Hold on. We're gonna, holy. Okay. You see the panic? That's what panic is, ladies and gentlemen. That's panic. That's when I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. It doesn't look bad. I think, oh my God, look at the, oh, okay. Just gonna drag it. All right, I think it's, I hope nobody goes behind me today. And be like, ma'am, like, I know, I'm so sorry. Oh God, I feel like I look like, you know, sometimes like you'll read articles or whatever, and then I'll have like a teaser thing of like, look at the world's craziest headshot. And it's just like a bunch of methed out people. That's what tell me I'm wrong. Okay, like tell me I'm wrong. All right, so let's try this foundation. This is gonna be bad. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow. I love a good glowy bitch. I live for it, so I'm hoping that this is gonna be good. Now I can do a lip from within bronze, mix 2 to 4 drops of the foundation. But what we're gonna do is on one side, I'm gonna try to see how much we can get covered on this side. I'm not gonna use any color correctors or anything like that. I just wanna see how much coverage we can get. So we're gonna shake this one up. I have it in the shade R02. I feel like this is gonna be a mistake. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. No, this is actually a pretty good match. Oh, dare I say, covers the redness up pretty good. Now what I want to do is on this side, we're going to kind of mix it. We're going to mix a little bit of the drops in because I want to see if it gets a little bit more vacation-y on this side. But right now though, she looked good. I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of a sponge. I don't feel like I need to. Again, it's kind of just force of habit for me. Not bad at all. So I'm just going to do a little more. See if we can kind of build up the coverage. I feel like it does a really good job being a medium coverage foundation. I do have some redness poking through, but it's not the end of the world though. We're going to kind of clean that up with concealer. But what I want to try on this side is I want to do 2 pumps. And then I want to add 2 pumps of this. Let's see how this works. Looks pretty good. I feel like I can't tell the difference. So, you know what that means. We gotta add a little more, right? All right, let's try that again. Oh. Oh, shoot. Okay. So this is what cooked chicken looks like. Okay. I can't wait to see if this oxidizes. I cannot wait to see that. Oh yeah, I mean it is a huge difference. But if I just bring in my shirt a little bit closer and sit like this all day, I don't think anyone will notice. Thank God I work from home. You know what? I kind of like it though. I don't know, like I don't mind it. I don't. So what I want to do is actually kind of just go on this side just to see if I can get rid of some of that redness. And I think I just did actually. I definitely look tan, but I don't hate this. I don't hate it. It's a lot, but I feel like this is not that bad. This actually looks pretty good. I don't hate it. There's a learning curve, I'm sure, but I feel like I've looked a lot worse and a lot more problematic. So, so far so good. So the next thing we're gonna do is this concealer from Fenty that I've just been sitting on for a hot minute. It's called We're Even. This is the Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I have it in the shade 120N. Which apparently is like the perfect shade for all the stuff that I like from Fenty, meaning the Ease Stick. That is the best. And that was actually the only foundation I took with me on the cruise. Ooh, all right. Flick that out a little bit. It looks so white. It looks so white in comparison to everything else on my face. Ooh, I think it looks pretty good. Not bad. Blending very beautifully with a brush, which is awesome. Gonna add a little concealer to my nose. I think it looks pretty good. I just want to add right there. And sometimes, let's see if I can get some of these little pimples. Sometimes I find that I need like a little bit of concealer right there. I really like this. I like this a lot actually. I feel like they did a really nice job actually pairing with all the products. Now I don't think I really need to have powder to kind of like set under my eyes, but I'm still going to do it anyway because I don't want to deal with any kind of creasing. And what I put under my eyes is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Translucent Setting Powder. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I look pretty cute. Cute. I think my face feels very bronzed, so we're gonna leave it alone. We're not gonna add more bronzer on it. But I do want to try this little guy from Milk Makeup. This is the little jelly cooling water jelly tint. This looks so fun. Oh my god, so fun. Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna put on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna try to use it with a brush. Use this one. Oh, I don't. Okay. I think I need to use it. Yeah, I think I need to use it. Oh, that feels good and cooling and fun. Okay, where was this last summer? I like this. Where were you last summer? See if I can build it up just a little, because y'all know I love looking like a possessed Victorian doll coming to steal your soul. Now, technically, you could put this on your lips too. I should probably take that off my... Oh, no. No. Okay, note to self, if you look like me, a paper plate caught in the wind with a little bit of dirt on it, you know. Think of me on a company picnic. Don't put it in the back of your hand because you can't get it off. Can't get it off. I'm a little scared to see if this is going to come off later, but we'll find out. She's cute. I like her. I like her a lot. And I like the feeling of it. It feels really just nice and cooling. And it's a product that you really have to work fast. Otherwise, it kind of just dries very quickly. And then you're going to have a line in your face. So kind of just keep that in mind. The brush that I am using is from e.l.f. This is the Putty Primer Applicator. And I feel like it's doing a really good job. I wouldn't recommend using it with your fingers. I feel like you definitely need a brush just for the pure fact that it really does stain. And if you are like me, uncooked chicken, you're not gonna love that. This looks really, really cute. So let's add some highlighter. So we're gonna try this product that I received in PR. This is from Ilia. This is the multi-stick, and it's in the shade Cosmic Dancer, which, okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to kind of use it with my finger because the stick is not as smooth as that Milk Makeup stick. So I don't want it to fuck up anything underneath, but she's pretty. So this is without it, this is with it on. I like this a lot, and I really like it with the finger application. Looks pretty cute. I'm gonna add it on this side. Actually, let me see if I can get by. Yeah, I don't love how it feels when you take the stick to your face. It's not like the stiffest product in the world, but compared to the jelly one, which just felt amazing, this is something that I think your trusty finger will feel a whole lot better using. So this highlighter, it's definitely more on the subtle side, like that natural highlight, which I know some of y'all really love. I am someone that wants to be seen from outer space. So this is something, it's not bad, but I don't know. I just want a little bit more. But for those days where I'm just like running out the door and I just want like a little something on the face, I can see the purpose of this then. So, okay, so this is what we have so far. Oxidizing. A little bit, but we also have those bronzing drops on, so it could be like a combination of quite a few things. But I know that in the past, Makeup Forever foundations have always oxidized on me, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. Okay, so let's move on to, this is alarming. Let me see if I can wash my hands, hold on. Okay, it took some scrubbing, but it came off, And I caught myself in the mirror, and the bathroom that's right across from my office has more yellow lighting, and I have to say I looked pretty good in that yellow light. But you know what? I was a little harsh on that highlighter because from this side, it is blinging. I think I just need to kind of build it up right there. A little harsh on that because it is very blinding. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay. I am a glowy queen. So the next product I want to talk about is from Odin's Eye, and this is something that I also received in PR. So thank you so much to Odin's Eye for sending this my way. We have another creator collection, which this is really, really cute, and it's from the same 3 creators that did the initial launch. So we have Judy, Tina the Fancy Face, and Annette Makeup Corner. So I posted a picture of this on Instagram. I said, okay, I'm going to be using all 3 palettes, but what's the first palette that y'all want to see? And a lot of y'all wanted to see Judy's palette. So we're going to try Judy's palette today. Ooh, give me spring vibes. Okay. All right. So I kind of feel like I should go pinky with this, but I think we should go pinky. I'm kind of feeling the Easter fantasy a little bit. Shimmers look very, very pretty. Definitely on the lighter side. Which, listen, I think it's going to pair very, very beautifully with this look that I have on today because it feels definitely on the lighter side, my look. Bronzer, maybe not so much. The bronzer's definitely making me look very, very tan, but I digress. So I'm going to use my trusty Sigma eyeshadow primer, which if you ever want to try anything from Sigma, I am affiliated with them. Use the code Theresa's dead to save 10% off your order. All right, so I have a couple meetings today, so we're only going to do one eye look. What do we do? Where do we start? I'm going to take the shade Blossom, and we're probably going to put that in the crease, maybe the lid area. I have no idea what we're going to do today. I am just here for the ride. Oh, she is very, very pink. Okay. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a little bit more pastel, but this is very pigmented. It's going on really, really nicely, very, very smooth. That's what I like about Odin's Eye. Their matte shadows are always really, really nice. You barely have to deal with any sort of kind of bullshit patchiness. I also love and appreciate that I'm not experiencing any sort of fallout, which is spectacular. We can go 2 ways here. I can either go in with this like yellow, or I can go in with this lavender shade, and I kind of want to go in with the lavender shade just a little bit. Oh, that's good. It's like a little cotton candy dream. That's adorable. So I'm gonna go back into that pink shade. Gonna build up a little bit of that color and then go back in over it. The same brush that I used that lavender shade. That's super pretty, like super, super pretty. I'm giving you the cotton candy fantasy. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of a stiffer kind of a brush, a little bit of a packer brush. And we're going to also put that pink shade in the outer corner. Looks so cute. I could do a green, but I kind of feel like I want to put that purple. So the shade Plum. Let's try that one. I am going to use a little bit of NYX glitter glue though, because I don't feel like dealing with a lot of fallout today. And Odin's Eye, the last palettes, with the holiday palettes, had a huge amount of fallout that was super annoying. And I don't feel like around today. So I'm going to use a little bit of glitter glue. And I might just be in more of the kind of beginning part of my eyeball. Just a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Very, very sparkly, but I ain't mad at it. It's gonna get a little bit closer though. I feel so whimsical. My camera just turned off. And rightfully so. Being a little too ridiculous, but I like this though. Okay, I think that's where I want to leave it. I'm gonna go back in to that pink shade. We're just gonna put on the edges of where that shimmer shadow is. I want it to be a little bit more wispy. What I want to do now is I want to take the shade Wood, and we're going to use that to line our top lash line. I put a little eyeliner in the lower waterline. I've been holding on. This is so old. This Marc Jacobs eyeliner, the skinny eyeliners. I love the skinny eyeliners. They're so good. So I have it in the shade Pinky Swear, and I sincerely hope they bring that shade back, or at least hope that they bring back the formula for like the thin eyeliners, because it was amazing. I'm gonna go into the shade Hua, I think that's how it's called. Anyway, it's the same kind of lavender shade that I used above the pink. I'm gonna use a clean brush, blend that out to make it a little bit more soft. I'm gonna take a little bit of that blue shade, Rain. Very cute, very soft. I like it. I'm gonna throw on a little bit of the Ritual Defeat Levitation Lash. You wanna try anything from Ritual Defeat? My code is Theresa 10. And then I'm gonna use this purple mascara, Reactor from Lethal Cosmetics. If you ever wanna try anything from them, my code is Garbage. Save some money off your order. I really like these in the lower lash line. And they kind of remind me a little bit of my days in high school. I like it. I'm going to use the shade Dew and put that in the inner corner. I like this. I like this a lot. So we're going to do this to the other side, come back, and probably do a lip, and then we're going to bullshit about it. I really like how this look came out. This is really, really cute. So I did use a little bit of the Milk Makeup setting spray to basically lock everything in, because I only put a little bit of powder underneath my eyes. I didn't set my face with anything else. And I have to say, dried down pretty good. So that's good. All right. So for lips, I do have the new House Lab, but we're not going to use that yet. Instead, in the Odin's Eye collection, each one of these little pumpkins also had a little lip kit. Being that I used Judy's palette, let's use her lip kit. So we have 2 shine lip glosses, right? And then we have a matte liquid lip. So let's try the matte liquid lip first. This is in the shade Tulip. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay. I mean, I do love pinks like this. I really do. Guess I wasn't expecting it to be this bright. I'm giving you Spring Nightmare vibes. This is okay. And then we have 2 lip glosses. So we have the shade Dahlia, that's what she looks like. And then we have this more orangey shade, which is Buttercup. I think I'm gonna go with Dahlia. Okay. The matte formula is fine. It's just, I don't know, like it needs a little bit of a gloss. Not to say that's uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just, I'm not a real big fan of matte lips. They don't really interest me. How does this go? That's a whole other question. I think I like how this one looks. Kind of had to kind of pat it out a little bit with my finger. It doesn't look too like my real estate agent bunny. Which, listen, there's nothing wrong with that color. I'm already giving you methed out fairy. Okay. I can't combine all of my characters. Okay. So this looks a lot better. All right. So let's talk about this stuff. Here's the completed look. I know, shocker, you've already seen it. Actually, let's talk about the brow product first. I don't know, I want to try it a couple more times, but what I do appreciate about it is that usually brow gels are way too stiff for me and it looks like cement. And then all of a sudden I see all these like little white things and it looks disgusting, like dry. Like it just does not look nice. So I'm kind of happy that I'm not experiencing that. When I did use it on my brows without putting any product on it first, I think it just made me look dirty. Like this side looked okay, but this side kind of looked all up, and I know the hair on this side is a little bit more sparse, but that probably could have been it, but I just didn't love how it looked. So I kind of wiped it off. I did my brows using actually a combination of the Kosas pencil and a Benefit pencil, and then I went over it with the brow gel, and yeah, it's not bad. I don't think this is something I would actually repurchase, but I did like how it looked actually towards kind of like the tail. I don't know. So like, it's not the worst thing I've ever tried. Definitely better than some brow gels that I have tried, like the ABH one that like fucked me up. But I don't think it's necessarily like anything super amazing. If you're looking for something that's going to give you a lot of hold, this is like super flexible. It could be like one of those kind of bullshit products. So kind of think of it like flexible hairspray. So if you like that, yeah, maybe you might like this. But if you're like, no, bitch, I need something that will batten down the hatches, then I don't think you're gonna like this product. I don't think so. So yeah. I think my life could have been better without it. So yeah, but of course I'll update you at the end of the month if anything changes. The next product I want to talk about is from Tarte. This is the Key Largo Glow Bronzing Drops. I don't know why it's so difficult to say. It took me 6 times to say it though. Anyway, so I have it in the shade Champagne Glow, which is pretty much the lightest shade. And they're interesting. I'm actually kind of impressed that everything today, complexion-wise, just meshed very well to the point where I don't feel like I'm seeing a lot of just overall bull. I do see a little bit of buildup from the foundation, but that I think is definitely a me thing because I was trying to even out considering how I was using these Key Largo drops. So using it as a primer or like kind of mixing it with my primer, I was a little scared because I was like, oh, okay, this could be problematic. I don't know how I feel about this. I say that because I am very, very white, like stark white. I blend into most walls. So seeing any little bit of warmth on my face is like, I don't know, am I crossing a line? Am I crossing a line? Because it can look up and weird or like a bad chemical burn. Either way, like, ugh. So I'm very particular when it comes to bronzer, but I've always wanted to try kind of like bronzing drops or like self-tanning drops because, you know, listen, I love being a milky white uncooked chicken, but sometimes I kind of want a little bit of bronze to me, but I also don't feel like adding a lot of powder bronzer or cream bronzer. So if I can find something a little bit more natural, so be it. So yeah, mixing it with primer was kind of interesting. And because I was using a water foundation, we used a water primer. So I was using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, which kind of has like a slight little bit of a tint. So I feel like both of the products definitely made me look a little bit darker, right? Once I put that on the skin and then I kind of like pressed it in a little bit with the sponge, I was starting to feel a little bit better. Now, when I added it to foundation, I think I liked it more actually. So I think in the future, I would skip the primer edition and I would just add it straight to the foundation. Again, I'm actually really impressed how well they work together, considering I didn't know how any of this was going to turn out. But I added 2 drops to a couple of pumps of foundation and I felt like it wasn't too much. It was just enough. It gave me that vacation glow and I really, really like that. So I want to continue to play with this, but not bad. I was a little scared and I had no reason to be. It worked out very, very well. I mean, obviously we can tell there is a little bit of a difference between church and state over here, but it's not that bad. I feel like I've had products that really me up and did me dirty, like the Gucci foundation or the Almay foundation. This at least looks a little bit better. So like, yes, I'm shockingly white, but if I just keep putting my shirt right there, it doesn't look so bad. So yeah, I kind of like it. I want to continue to play with this product more. Moving on to the foundation, I like this. I really, really like this a lot. I think on this side, I am experiencing a little bit of kind of product buildup. And I think that's totally a me thing because again, on this side, I just use the foundation. And then on this side, I use the bronzing drops and the foundation. It gave me a little bit more coverage. So I was trying to like add a little bit more on this side to kind of even it out. And I think by doing so, I added a little bit too much like right here. Now, thankfully, it's not super noticeable. Like you kind of have to get right up in my face to kind of notice a little bit of like build up texture, but it's not the end of the world. I feel like I can kind of get away with this. Like this is not that bad. I've definitely had products that really me up way more, right? That said, I chose the shade RO2. Now, the original foundation that they reformulated, I think was it last year or the year before, I have it in the lightest shade because it really just did not look right on me. I think I actually got it in RO2 initially and it was so dark, it just was not funny. But this is a way better match for me. So even without the bronzing drops, I felt like it did a really, really great job. But I know Makeup Forever has a tendency to oxidize. So I'm going to leave a pinned comment because I'm going to try this foundation again tomorrow, or probably later on today actually. No, f it tomorrow. I'm going to try it tomorrow because I want to see actually without the bronzing drops because I'm curious to see if the foundation is going to oxidize on me. But if it's anything like its counterparts, it definitely will. The formula in this really reminds me of just how much I love Makeup Forever complexion products. I don't know, there's just something about them just always makes me just look so healthy. It makes my skin look so good. And it kind of reminds me of the original foundation a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, so far so good. I can't wait to continue to use it. I just know now that this product, while buildable, there is a line, and that line can definitely come with a little bit of product buildup, but again, not the end of the world. I've seen a lot worse. I love how it sits on my nose. I didn't feel like it was settling into my fine lines, and I feel like it did a really good job. I would say like 70% of being able to cover up any sort of like insane redness, as you saw what my face looked like initially in the video. So I think it did a really, really good job with that. So I am curious to see actually how it's going to work with color correctors as well. And I kind of want to try it with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer too. I want to see how that works, as well as my favorite is my one. I'm curious, but so far so good. And I'm just happy that this product came out. I don't know, it kind of makes me want to declutter the other one because I remember even trying that one initially. I don't think it blew me away as much as this one is currently. So yeah, I'm going to continue to play with this and I'm going to be intrigued to see if I'm still loving it. But so far so good though. I'm quite impressed with this. Now let's hope that it continues to hold up throughout the day. Oh, the other thing I do want to mention as well is that I did use a little bit of powder, but again, I put the powder on top of the concealer just to avoid any creasing. So I didn't set my face today because I was going to be using a lot of cream products and I don't feel like I have to set my face, which is really, really nice. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of like minimal transfer at the end of the day, especially around my collar of my shirt. I'm sure of it. But so far, so good. I'm not noticing any sort of kind of like transfer on my hands, and even like kind of touching my face. I don't feel like I'm kind of seeing any product missing. So far, so good. I like it. I like it. I know they do have little samples of this guy, or I shouldn't say samples, but they sell like a smaller version of this bottle. I don't know if they come in all colors or if it's just like a selection, but in any case, if you were curious to try this foundation, there's definitely a smaller and cheaper option. But yeah, so far so good. Moving on to the Milk Makeup Jelly Tint. This is nice. I like this. It feels really, really good on the skin, and I think it's just like a nice like little bit of color. Again, where the was this during the summer? I kind of am mad that this wasn't released last summer because this would have been perfect. So good. Now, when I first applied it, I applied it to the back of my hand and then I was going to use a brush. Don't do that because it dries down really, really, really fast. And I had a nice little stain, but thankfully with a little bit of scrubbing, like really hard scrubbing, I was able to get it out. So yay for me. But I think the best application is to apply it directly from the stick and then use a dense little brush, say like this one, like the e.l.f. one, and kind of quickly blend the product into the skin. I did build it up a little bit because when it first comes out, it's more of like a wash of color, but it is very buildable. I don't think I can become like a garish clown, which is what I love, but I definitely love this kind of more natural, radiant, kind of like pinch of the cheeks look. So this is good. I really want to pick up the other ones, and I think I might do it actually before Sephora sale. I know, kind of wild, but I actually think this is like worth the price. This is actually really worth checking out. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like on the lips, but I'm okay with just around with it on the cheeks. Like I really am. I think in today's look, it just gives like a nice amount of just, I don't know, again, like a nice little pinky rosy glow. This is really cute. I loved also how it feels on the skin. It's so cooling and comfortable. And it just reminds me of when we were kids, you know, like the little things that you kind of like throw at the wall, the little wall climbers or whatever. That's what it kind of feels like. It has like this really kind of fun, like bouncy jelly quality. It's just nice. Overall, it's just super, super nice and just feels so good on the skin. If it was up to me, I would just literally just keep bouncing it. Of course, I'd probably just have like one little dot that would never go away, but it'd be worth it though, because that's how nice it is. But yeah, this is so far so good. So let's just hope that the color doesn't go away, but so far so good. She's cute. I like her. I like her. Moving on to the Ilia product. This is the multi-stick. This is in the shade Cosmic Dancer. This was sent to me in PR, so thank you so much, Ilia. This product was interesting because I think just kind of coming right off of the Milk Makeup one, this being like such a luxurious feeling, like fun feeling product, this just felt a little bit too stiff. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for like a more creamy kind of a moment, but the best application for me, I felt like, was just applying it with my finger. And I think it's just so beautiful. I know I was kind of lukewarm about it initially because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, oh, I don't know. It's a nice highlight, but y'all know me. I love a slutty, glowy highlighter, and it just wasn't doing it for me. That was until I like walked away and I got like a good look at myself. And then I came back and I was like, no, let me just see what I look like in a picture. And I could just see how blinding it was. And then it's like I saw the hot girl in glasses for the first time and I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. Like the blinders came off and I was like, you've been here the whole time. But this is good. This is so good. Now, when it came to this side, it was interesting because, you know, I was kind of building it up and I didn't really feel like it was kind of being like everything that I wanted or need it to be. So I did start to apply it directly from the stick, and I just didn't like the feeling. I didn't like the sensation. It's definitely on the firmer side, not to the point where it feels like it's going to disrupt the underneath, but it just doesn't feel super pleasant. So again, when I started to kind of apply it more with the finger, I had to like build this side up a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I like this. I feel like this side's a little bit more glowier and I'm okay with that. So today's meetings, I'm gonna have to like sit like this. Just constantly just answer questions like this. I'm already the office weirdo, it's fine. Anyway, so far, so good. Oh, I totally skip past the concealer. My bad. I just realized that. Let's talk about the Fenty concealer. So I have it in the shade 120N and I like this. I think it's really, really nice. I did notice that it is kind of creasing a little bit under the eye, but once I kind of like pat it out a little bit, it does go away. So I kind of need to be mindful of that, but it's definitely not bad. I really like the coverage of it. I feel like it does a really nice job of cleaning up my imperfections. I am curious to kind of like apply this again tomorrow, but like maybe using a little bit of a lighter application right here, because I'm not noticing any sort of creasing anywhere else. And I know right here is just like a super thin piece of skin. So it's probably my fault. So I want to try it again and kind of like pat this out a little bit more before setting it with powder. Now, I'm definitely happy that I did set it with powder though, but I am curious to see if I don't have to, what that exactly would entail. But yeah, no, so far so good. I am really curious to see how this is going to work with my favorite product from Fenty as of right now, the Eavesdrop stick. So I'm curious to see how those are going to work together. But again, being that these were all new products, again, I'm really impressed how well everything looks together. So yes, so yeah, so far so good. But again, I will kind of leave you an update at the end of the month to let you know if this is definitely worth checking out. But so far, so good. So far, so good. The last things are from Odin's Eye. Again, another product that was sent to me. So thank you so much, Odin's Eye. And again, congratulations to Annette, Tina, and Judy. I really loved their initial collaboration. So when I heard they were collaborating again, I was super excited. Now, again, I only have, 2 eye holes. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Judy's palette, but I will be talking about the other 2 in a future video. But Judy's palette, she's cute. She's a spring chicken and I like it. And I really, really like the look that I created today. It's definitely softer. It's wispy. It's like a methed out fairy and I love it. And I think it just looks really cute with kind of this just glowy base that I have. I feel very ethereal. Methed out, but ethereal. Now granted, I didn't get to use every shade in this palette, but I did use a good chunk. I used the pink, purple, blue, and brown in this palette. So I used about half of the mattes. Actually, no, a little bit more than half the mattes. And they were wonderful. I didn't experience any patchiness, any fallout, or any difficulty blending. I really love actually how the shade Blossom and Hua, I feel like I'm saying Hura. But I'm not. These 2, I really love how they look. They're giving you like this really beautiful cotton candy dream. I love the brown shade. I think it's just really nice as like a beautiful like soft liner shade. Love the blue and the purple. Again, like I don't have a bad thing to say about Odin's mattes. Like they're always really solid. And it makes me excited to try the other 2 palettes. Like I know the mattes are going to be amazing. Now, when it comes to Odin's shimmers, sometimes they're really amazing. And then sometimes it can be like a glittery, just mess and I hate it. And I'm happy to say that I didn't experience it at all with this palette. Now, I did only use the shade Plum. It's a very light purple shade. It has some gold reflect in it. It's definitely like a very wispy, very pretty, very glittery, but not too glittery where you feel like it's going to get all over the place. So while I did use a little bit of NYX glitter glue, the fallout was very, very minimal, and I'm very thankful for that. I really liked how the shimmer applied. It was very, very soft. So it did require a little bit of building up, but I didn't feel like I needed to build it up so much to get kind of true opacity. I really wanted to go for that kind of light wash of sparkle kind of look anyway. So I feel like this achieved it very, very well. And again, the fallout, barely there. I think I had a little bit more fallout on this side only because I was kind of rushing a little bit, but on this side there's barely anything there. It's so good. It's really cute. I'm not too crazy on pastel shades because sometimes they just look really chalky on me or they're way too light, and I don't know, it never really interests me too much. But for this being a pastel palette, I feel like it has really good opacity. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how the other shades are going to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I did use the shade Dew for the inner corner. She's bright. She packs a punch. I like it. I do. So I'm so curious to try these two palettes. I can't wait. But if you are a fan of Oden's Eye formula, then you know what to expect. And I will say that these are just a vast improvement from the holiday collection, not the Merry Christmas or Christmas Eve palettes. Those are amazing. But the other two were kind of like, meh. And that's why I was a little worried about this collection. And granted, I have not tried Annette's or Tina's palettes, but just kind of based off of Judy's. It's what I love about Oden's Eye, the consistency. So yeah, this is good. Now, I do have an affiliate code with them, but it doesn't work on this collection. Any sort of collab item, the code will not work on. But if you wanted to pick up anything else from Oden's Eye, say if they do have the Christmas palettes, the Merry Christmas or Christmas Eve, or their beautiful highlighters, then use the code garbage, where you can save some money off your order. But again, it's not going to work for this collection. And then last but not least, we have the lip products. The lip products are nice. I think the matte lipstick, it's not really a lipstick. It's more of like a lip, like a powdered lip. Kind of reminds me of like, is it the NYX Fresh Kiss? Is that the product that I'm thinking of? That kind of like matte, kind of powdery, just lip stain. I don't know, like it's okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do like the shine glosses. I think they're incredibly pretty. I don't think they have the best longevity, because I've been talking and I feel like it doesn't even look like I have any lipstick on anymore. So kind of keep that in mind. That kind of happens. But the formula is super pretty. And even the remnants that I do have on it before reapplying, it doesn't kind of cake up or get gross or like get all crunchy and weird in the outer corner. Everything still looks really kind of perfect and beautiful. So yeah, so far, so good. We like it. The shades, the matte one, I was like, oh wow, okay. So Tulips is very, very pink, very, very pink. So I don't know if so I don't think it really went with the overall look, but whatever, it's fine. So I had to use the shade Dahlia to kind of go over it, and I noticed that it looked a lot better because I just, again, I love the shine of their glosses because they're not sticky and they're comfortable and they're very pretty looking. But I still felt like it was just really, really opaque, so I started to kind of like blend it out with my finger to make it a little bit less like Barbara real estate agent, and I liked how it looked. But before I started this part, I did add a little bit of the shade Buttercup. I actually really like the shade Buttercup, and that's what I just put on my mouth just now. So yeah, the shine glosses are good. The matte one, it's fine, but I think you have to like that formula. If you don't, I would kind of steer clear. But the eyeshadow palette is a yes. All right, so recap, everything I would say is pretty good for the most part. So far, so good, with the exception of like maybe the brow product being the one thing that's like the weakest link, because I don't know, like it's just weird. I think I just like it for the name. Less about how it actually does anything for me, but whatever. Anyway, now I would love to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you have any of these products and if you've been loving them or hating them, or you just kind of feel lukewarm about them. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And of course, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all of my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, Thrives, and to my beautiful, wonderful YouTube members and patrons. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, but lovely garbage butterfly. I couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces. I just want to gobble you all up so you live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what is currently on my face, everything that I mentioned in today's video will be listed down below. And I'll see you little cupcakes on Friday for bingo. Bye.